Hey friends, my name is Jill and I own Whispering Willow Farm with my handsome husband Nathan, who is not here right now, and our 3 beautiful daughters. We live on 4.5 acres here in central Arkansas, and we farm a little. We got some animals, some pigs, some chickens, a lot of dogs. Primarily we garden and grow a lot of food, and this year we're really kind of ramping up our flower production and diving into that. I also run an online storefront. We're really expanding that this year, but it'll be a home and garden mercantile. We get to live our lives loudly and wildly and dream abundantly with you guys, and it is the greatest joy, aside from being a wife and mother, that I get the privilege of doing. And this video is a little different. You can see I'm in my kitchen, I'm not outside, which is a lot of what you see here on my content as we're doing things on the farm together, whether that's just chores or starting seeds. In the summertime, we really switch into harvesting and putting up that harvest. But today, I wanted to do something different. And the reason I wanted to do something different is because that is what I felt called to do. So around here, we believe in the power of community, and we believe in the power in community in a way I can't even really describe. I know probably most of you I've never had the privilege of meeting face to face or hugging your neck, but I consider you guys my community, and it's because of you guys that I get to sit here and do what I love to do every single day. And I've been talking with a lot of people lately. You know, we get a lot of comments, we get a lot of emails, people write us letters. We absolutely love that. But kind of the general theme that I've been getting lately is that many of you guys are chasing the dream that you just feel like is out of reach. I've been talking with family members, I've been talking with close friends, and they've been pursuing this dream that they've had for years and years, and they're like, I just don't know that it's ever gonna happen. I keep showing up, I keep doing this thing, and it just still seems out of reach. And I was downstairs, I've been working on these little, well, they're not little. They're pretty big actually, but I've been working on these dream boards and these vision boards, and we're doing a massive dahlia production on our farm this year, and so I'm creating all these boards with like the dahlias that we're planting. I'm creating a vision board for our farm. What are the pillars that we stand on? What are the pillars of truth that we're gonna hold to even in the hard times? And as I was doing all of this, letting all those creative juices flowing, I just really felt led to come up here and do this video. And so here I am. I don't really know what I'm going to talk about, but I know I was just really feeling this call in my heart to encourage you guys. I really feel like that is one of the greatest callings God has put on my life, is to encourage and uplift and inspire other people. And as I get to wake up every day and live my dream, and it's been a almost 10-year dream, a 10-year journey at this point. I know that many of you guys are still in the thick and the hustle and the bustle of seeing that come to pass. And so I wanted to take a minute to pour into you, because I have so many people that pour into me. And I think it's important, I think it's valuable, I think it is by far the most valuable work I'll do on my farm, is to pour into each and every one of you, every person that steps foot on our farm. My hope and my prayer is that they leave better, and that they want to steward the earth better, and that they feel some sort of unity in what their calling is, whether that's homesteading or gardening or maybe being a homemaker. Maybe they're called just to take care of their family. There is so much meaning in that, but that's a huge part of what we feel called to do on our farm. And I had written down in my little notebook, I'm a huge notes taker. I keep notebooks everywhere, and they're filled up, and it's just kind of my brain scattered on paper. It's a bit scary if I'm being honest, but I jotted this down the other day because it really just resonated with me, and it was: show up even when you don't want to. You are worth it. Good things take time. Pursue it passionately. Embrace the journey, and remember where you started. And I'll be honest, I know you guys see me and you always see me chipper and happy, and you might see what you think is like this, success. We have certainly come a long way, and I'm super proud of what we built, but we are still in the hustle and bustle of building our business and building our farm. And really, when it comes to like our much larger, grander goals, we're very much so still at the beginning stages of where we want to be and what we feel called to do. And I have to remind myself of these things often. And that's what this was. I was having a day where I felt overwhelmed. Can you believe it? What? I feel the same way too, yeah. I was having this day where I had to remind myself, like, Jill, this is worth it. This is hard, but it is the most meaningful thing. And I do truly believe that. I believe that if you can show up even on the days you don't want to, if you can show up in the seasons of burnout, you can show up when you're sick, you can show up when you're tired, you can show up when you just don't want to do it. That's that sweet spot, right, where the breakthrough starts to happen. And I feel like I've had to train myself to show up every day. And it takes those visual reminders, right, of being like, hey, you're worth it. Your family's worth it. Your community's worth it. Good things take time. These overnight successes, that doesn't happen for a lot of us. And I truly don't even know that that's how it's supposed to happen, right? You got to put some sweat equity into it. And I have to remind myself often of this, of the bottom one. Remember where you started. When I think about where I was 8 years ago, 9 years ago, building my first garden that wasn't worth a dang, and I look at this beautiful farm that I'm on now and all these abundant garden beds and these high tunnels where I can grow food for my family, I can grow food for my community. I realize that I may not be where I want to be in 10 years, but my gosh, where I am from 10 years ago is crazy. And so I've had those core people in my life who have just decided, you know what, I'm going to lock arms with her, I'm going to encourage her, and I'm going to help her out on those days where she gets tired and burnt out. And I appreciate those people so much. They're anchors, they're pillars in my life. One of my dearest friends, Natalie, over at Hey, It's a Good Life, it's been one of the sweetest friendships I've ever known. We don't talk often. We're busy with raising babies and growing businesses, and we just have our own lives. But I know that without a doubt, she's there for me. And she called me the other day and we had a little wine date. We FaceTimed and just enjoyed each other's company. And one of the things she asked me, I just cannot let go. And she said, Jill, I want to know how I can be a better friend to you. What do you need from me right now? I know you're in this season of like building this thing, and I know it's hard, and I know you're working a lot and you're raising babies and you're doing all these things, but like, what do you need from me that can help you get through this season and to the other side? And that meant so much to me. Like, it meant more than any elaborate gift she could have sent me. It meant more than honestly anything. And what I told her was, I said, Natalie, I just need encouragement. I sometimes too forget that I got this. I am actually capable of doing hard things. It happens to the best of us, even the most successful people you might watch or see. I promise you, we're all human. We all have those same struggles. And sometimes we just need people to pour into us too. And when she was like, you got it. And I will just get the most random text messages. Hey, I'm proud of you. Hey, you're doing great. Hey, keep going. Those small little words of affirmation fill me up like none other. And they're always like perfect, right? When I'm just like, oh my gosh, we've worked 16 hours today and I've still got a whole long list of things to do. That one little phrase of, hey, I'm proud of you, just like sends a jolt of electricity through my body to get me to where I need to go. And as I read your guys' comments and we get your emails and even letters, so many of you guys send us letters, I feel that, right? I feel that so many of you guys are in the thick of pursuing what you feel called to do: homesteading, gardening, farming, flower farming, whatever it may be. But also, and that's so cool, like I love being able to dream with you guys and pray over those and just really partner with you guys in that. But then the gist of what I've been getting lately from friends and family is, man, this is hard. Was I cut out for this? Can I do this? Is this worth it? And I think that is a normal part of the process. But as that has been something I've been partnering with other people on right now, and as I've been needing my own friends to partner with me and be like, hey, you can do hard things, I just really felt led to turn the camera on and give you guys some encouragement. No, we're not out in the garden, and no, we're not harvesting or planting anything, but this right here is the core of why we started this channel, was to be a pillar of light and hope and connect with our community in a way that others aren't. And I really do believe that this is how we do this. And so I don't know who's watching this on the other side of this camera. If you're on your phone, your computer, your TV, I have no idea. And I don't know if you've had anyone pour into you lately or even ever. But for me, sometimes I need the fire ignited, and I want to be able to ignite that fire for you guys. I want to let you know that your dreams are worth pursuing. You are worth it. It is going to be hard. No one said it was going to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. But this is by far the most meaningful, exhilarating thing I have ever been given the opportunity to steward and pursue. And so I just want to encourage you guys, if you're in a season of burnout, if you're in a season of thinking, I am never going to make it, I just want to cast that down, because you are going to make it. You can do hard things. Your dreams are worth pursuing. God has called you to do this exact thing. Whatever it is he's calling you to, he called you to it specifically. He didn't call me to it. He called me to my own thing, right? He called me to my own dream to steward. And he's called you to something completely different. And it may be in the same realm, right? Like, you may be called to homestead and garden and farm, but I guarantee you he put something special in you, something different in you than he did me, because that's how he works. And that's how we're all able to do this really cool thing, because we all have something really unique and beautiful to offer. And if you are in a season right now of being tired, I want you to know I see you. I see you showing up every single day, and I raise my glass to you. I applaud you. I encourage you. Keep showing up. That is the hardest thing, is just to get up in the morning, put your boots on, and say, you know what? I'm gonna do it anyways. I tell myself that all the time. I'm tired. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do it anyways, because not everyone was called to do this. Not everyone is called to do what you're called to do, and you have to be a fighter. You have to be willing to show up when you don't want to. You have to be willing to pursue it passionately. You have to know that good things are gonna take time. You have to embrace the journey. And you have to remember where you started. So if you may be watching this and this is hitting home, you're in that season of just feeling really discouraged in the journey and the process, and it's not going as fast as maybe you wanted it to, or maybe you're having a few setbacks and you just need someone to say, hey, I'm proud of you. Hey, I believe in what you're called to do. Hey, I see your vision, and I think you can make this happen. I want you to leave a comment below. Nathan reads every single comment. I hop on there and read comments, and we just want to pour back into you guys the way that y'all have so selflessly poured into us. We appreciate every single one of you guys who watch our channel. We appreciate every positive comment you get, even all the negative ones. It really is just an opportunity for us to pour into people who are expressing that they need a little extra love. And so we do pour into those people. We obviously prefer the positive ones over the negative ones, but it is an opportunity for us to just really shine a light in a place into someone who may not get that light shined on them often. And so I just want you to know, I see you, I hear you, I want to partner with you in encouragement, I want to partner with you in prayer, and I want you to know that good things take time, and I believe in you. And so I don't know who needed to hear that message today, but I did feel called to sit down here at my kitchen table and do this video. So I hope that it resonated with at least one of you guys, and if it didn't, well, we'll go back to our normal programming next week, where I'll be out in the garden. And I know it's unorthodox, right? I know some people would tell me, Jill, don't do videos like that. That's not what people want to see, or those videos don't get, enough views, or people don't want to hear you talking about Jesus. And I think to those people, I say, I think you got it all wrong. If I'm not living my life authentically, which is doing what I feel called to do, which is listening when I hear the Spirit speak to me, when it is talking openly about Jesus. I mean, I have no doubt that we would not, I wouldn't be sitting here in front of this camera right now if the grace and the glory of God was not upon my life. And that's not something that I want to try to hide. That's not something that I'm going to feel shameful of or embarrassed by. And if it doesn't get me views, I don't care. If it isn't what you want to see, I'm sorry. Like I said, we'll go back to normal programming next week. But I do feel so strongly about the work that has happened in my family. And I know that I'm able to get to that dream because God's grace all my life. And I know that He has that same grace for you guys. I know He wants success for you guys. I know He wants abundance and favor for each and every one of you guys. And so sometimes I like to do these videos when I feel led to, because I do feel like they have purpose and they have meaning. And I hope that this touched at least one of you guys. But thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll talk to you soon.